the Henry vacuum cleaner. Basically, it's the most lazily branded thing in the entire universe. Basically, it's a regular cylinder vacuum, like an industrial vacuum, with a smiley face printed on the front. It's like a regular smiley face, like the most simple doodle in the world on the front of it. But what's weird is the alchemy-like effect this has on grown human beings. Like my dad treats Henry like not just a colleague, but like the best colleague. Like he's the guys who'll like dig holes in him for like 9 hours straight in like 40 degrees, but he'll still like coo over Henry, like Henry's like the best of all of them, and he'll constantly say, "Oh, some days Henry's the best man on the job," you know. And that's weird. But then one day he was hoovering the stairs, and he was pulling on Henry's nose. It's not a nose, it's a hose, it's a vacuum hose. It's in the position of his nose were he to be a creature with a face. And he was pulling it down the stairs and pulling it down the stairs, and he pulled it too hard, and it leapt from the top of the stairs and collided with his face. And he was bleeding, and everyone's going, "Henry, what are you doing?" And Henry's lying on his side, just going... And the sense of betrayal was like palpable in the room. Everyone was just like, "You fucker! That's my dad, you fucker! You live in my house!" And basically, it's such a double-edged sword. You've got to be so careful. Basically, I'm quite into the idea of a new Terminator movie. If mankind does come to an end via at the hands of machines, then that film will seem weirdly prophetic. And like the Bible, you've got 4 Gospels, like 1, 2, 3, and now 4, and an apocryphal text, the Sarah Connor Chronicles, and the main guy's called JC, and the new film's called Salvation, you know. And just like Jesus, John Connor has this missing period in his life. The end of Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, which the Henry incident happened right after. That he's 19 when that ends, and the new movie's going to be 33 when it starts. So there's like a period of 11 years or whatever, yeah. Whatever. This poem is written specifically for tonight, and it's like a letter to that to John Connor at that time in his life when he might have been faltering, sort of, you know, in his like mid-20s when he's working a job like everybody else. And yeah, it's called Dear John. Dear John, I'm 29 and I spend too much time ranking the threats that face humankind. It's my hobby. Currently, I'd put War with the Machines about 8 behind Superbug Natural, Collapse of the Food Chain, Rise in Sea Levels, Nuclear War, Superbug Man-Made, Meteor Strike, and Spontaneous Massive Release of Terran Methane, or Earth Fart. 8. 6, if you remove Meteor Strike, a wild card I accept, and Earth Fart, which really only got on the list because I think it's easily the funniest, and if I was God, I would take that into account. War with the Machines is definitely in the top 10. It's serious. The only thing stopping it from happening right now is people like us and the fact that none of the technology has been invented. We're the same, John, you and I. We've both been at war since before we were born. We've been getting ready our whole lives. I punch the fax machine for no reason. I jiggle my perfectly functioning mouse testily. I drum my fist on the microwave. I let it know, goddammit, and I feel good to be alive and fighting. I make a point of being unnecessarily harsh to my phone. I shake the shit out of it for the slightest failing. I wake every dawn with the karma of an outnumbered colonist, and I go over my escape routes until lunchtime. Sometimes I see someone shouting at a photocopier, and I dare to hope that, with help, they could win the argument. So, I go over and stand with them and put my arm around them, because this war is not just about fighting, John. I once saw a man trying to herd a slow-moving hatchback down the street with punches and kicks and shouts. I cheered him on. I respected him. Fighting cars is tough. They are totally implacable. If you made a list of all the cars that an average person could defeat in a fair fight, it would have no cars on it. They might not be the smartest machine, but they are strong and well disciplined. And they are patient. My father's Volkswagen knows when you're sitting in the seat and bleeps from the second you turn the key in the ignition to the time you put your seatbelt on. I have seen my father suffer 10 risky miles of bleep before breaking and accepting his fate. My father is strong. They say that the wise don't argue with idiots because, from a distance, you can't tell the difference. And as the seatbelt clicks into place again, I don't know if we can win this war either. Thanks.
Okay, we're going to take about a 10-minute break now, so cigarettes, urine, booze. Cheers.